Hello, everybody. This is your main man, Keith, here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. In today's matchup, we are in episode 4 of our current team's NBA 2K22 series. So, last episode, the Orlando Magic traveled to Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the hometown of the rapper Drake, and the Raptors won big time over the Magic. I will have the link to that episode in the link in the description below if you guys want to check that episode out if you have not already. So, and the episode before was when the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. I will also have that link to the video in the description if you guys want to check that episode out as well. So, to begin the starting five, for the Dallas Mavericks, they got Luka Doncic, Reggie Bullock, Dorian Finney-Smith, Kristaps Porzingis, and Dwight Powell. For the Phoenix Suns, they got Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, and DeAndre Ayton. So without further ado, we'll see you at tip-off. Alright, so it is tip-off time at Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. As I call it, Cactus Country, because it's always hot and sunny in the southwestern United States surrounding New Mexico, Texas, and California. So the Dallas Mavericks are leading this one 2-0. CP3 is going to pass it to D-Book, and D-Book drills it in from 3. So it's a 3-2 lead here for this Phoenix Suns basketball team. So Luka Doncic gets blocked. Chris Paul passing it to D-Book, and he drives it in with the layup. So it's now a 5-2 Mavericks lead, Suns lead. So Luka Doncic loses the basketball again. So I'm going to pass it to Devin Booker. He dunks that in. So it's now 7-2 Phoenix. And he already has 3 assists, all passed to Devin Booker. So I got some CP3 here. I'm going to drill it in for 3. And he gets it from behind the arc. So that's 10-2 Phoenix. So Luka Doncic, he is trying to fade away there. Loses the basketball. Going to pass this to Chris Paul and then to Devin Booker. Gets that layup in the paint. So it's 12-2 Phoenix lead. So Luka Doncic making that nice spin move for the Mavs. And Doncic, he is going to drill that from 3. And it's now a 12-5 lead. So CP3 going to pass this off to Devin Booker. So I'm actually going to try to shoot it in. Sorry about that. So it was my Alexa that said, sorry, I don't know that one. So Devin Booker now has 11 points. There is a foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. It was a shooting foul. So Kristaps Porzingis dunked it in, and there was a shooting foul. So he got to go to the free throw line to score an additional point since he made it in for 2. So I got Devin Booker. He's going to go up, and he gets it in the paint there. So they're now leading by halfway, because 16 divided by 8 does equal to 2. So Doncic, he is looking ways to pass it to Kristaps Porzingis. So Porzingis is actually going to get that in for 2. So it's now 16-10. Devin Booker is going to pass this one off to Jay Crowder and then to DeAndre Ayton. So Ayton gets it in. So it's now 18-10. With 1:22 to go in the first. So Reggie Bullock is going to pass it to Luka Doncic. There is a steal. Porzingis passing it up. Picking the ball back up. Passing it to Luka Doncic. And then Reggie Bullock, the former New York Knicks player. And they had great passing along the line. So that is a 3 for the Mavs. So now Chris Paul gets that layup in. It's good. So it's now 20-13. So both teams surprisingly are really good with field goals as of right now. So they're 100%. So Chris Paul, He gets it in there, so it's now 22-13. He already has 3 points, 7 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals. CP3. He might wind up with a triple-double today. So I'm going to pass this off to Mikal Bridges of University of Villanova product. And he gets that in there. So it's now 24-15. Dwight Powell looks like he's going to pass it to Doncic and then to Reggie Bullock. And Reggie Bullock going to pass it to Doncic. So Doncic, he tries to shoot that in there. He makes it in. So it's now 24-17. Chris Paul going to pass it off to Devin Booker. And D-Book, he's going to drill this in from 3. So it's now 27-17. Reggie Bullock passing it off to Doncic and then losing the basketball. Dorian Finney-Smith picks it back up for the Mavs. So Doncic misses that. So I'm going to use some DeAndre Ayton to shoot this in for 3, and that is a 2 rather, and it's a buzzer beater to end the first quarter. Phoenix leads this one by 12. All right, so it's now 29-17. Phoenix leading this one by 12. So CP3 is going to pass it to Cameron Johnson, and then Devin Booker, he's going to get a 3 from behind the arc. So it's now a 15-point lead. So now Tim Hardaway Jr. passing it to Jalen Brunson. Brunson losing the ball, and I'm going to pass it off to CP3. So CP3 gets that layup in pretty well, and the Phoenix Suns are leading by double. So it's 34-17 at the moment, because 34 divided by 2 does equal to 17. Jalen Brunson losing the basketball. Kristaps Porzingis picking it back up, and Phoenix Suns didn't really box out there that time. So I'm going to pass this off to Devin Booker. So he's going to get this in for the release. Was excellent that time. So it's now 36-19. And there is a foul. It's on Chris Paul. It's a reach-in. So the Mavericks are going to take that timeout. All right, Kristaps Porzingis passing it to Brown. Brunson has possession, looking to pass it to a teammate. They're going to pass it to Tim Hardaway Jr., and he knocks it for 2 points. So it's now a 15-point lead for this Phoenix Suns team. I'm going to pass it to JaVale McGee, a 2020 NBA Finals champion with the LA Lakers. And it's a coincidence because he left after winning the championship to go to the Cavaliers and then went to the Nuggets for a second stint. And then he is now with Phoenix. So Brunson is going to get that in for 2. So it's now 38-23. DeAndre Ayton is going to pass this to Devin Booker. So Booker is going to make that dunk. So it's now 40-23 at the moment. So Chris Paul has been picking up a lot of assists from Booker. So that's how this duo is making the game a lot better for this Phoenix Suns team. So Tim Hardaway passing it off to Brunson, passing it off to Hardaway Jr., and they lose the basketball. Mikal Bridges going to pass this off to Chris Paul. That was considered a lob pass, so he got it in there, so that's pretty good to see. Hardaway Jr., there is a foul. Devin Booker, it's a reach-in. So it's still Dallas possession. They're going to pass it off to Doncic. Doncic gets it in there. And the Suns, in fact, do take a timeout. So we're going to take a small break. All right, now Doncic has possession of the basketball. Chris Paul picks up that steal. I'm going to pass it to Jay Crowder. And CP3 will pick up that assist. So it's now going to be a 47-25 lead. Sorry, I paused there for 1 or 2 seconds. I had to sneeze, and I don't like sneezing in front of the camera. So Devin Booker drilling this 3-pointer. So it's now 50-25. Doncic with the basketball. So Luka going to pass it to Dorian Finney-Smith, and then to some Luka Doncic, then back to Finney-Smith. So we got to use some hands if we want to play some consistent defense along the lines. 23 seconds to go. Dwight Powell's going to pass it to Doncic. And Jay Crowder picks up that rebound. So what am I going to do? I'm going to pass it to Mikal Bridges with 11 seconds to go. Stepping back, getting this in. So it's 52-25. We'll see you guys in the second half. All right, so it's now 52-27. The Phoenix Suns leading this by 25. Mikal Bridges going to pass it off to Jay Crowder, and then some CP3 in some action. So he's going to try to get that in there. So CP3 passing it off to Devin Booker. So Booker gets this one in. So it's now 54-27. So we're leading this by 27 points, which is halfway. So 54 divided by 27 does equal to 2. Dorian Finney-Smith, he is going to try to pass this one off to Doncic, fakes it using the pump fake, and Doncic gets it in for 2 points. So CP3 passing this off to Booker, and then Jay Crowder gets it in there. So it's now 56-29. Crowder with 4 points. He's 2 for 2 in field goal percentage. So Doncic picking up that basketball. Thought he lost it there for a moment, but then he's going to make that 2-pointer happen. So D-Book's going to pass it off to Crowder and then to Bridges, and then Booker passing it off to Paul, and then to Mikal Bridges. So this will be CP3's 10th assist of the game. So he's been really putting up some good assists here and there today. So Mikal Bridges is going to pass this off to CP3. There is a charging foul. He charged in front of Kristaps Porzingis, so now this will be Dallas possession. So Dallas loses the basketball, going to pass it to JaVale McGee, and he gets that in there for that assist. So it's now a 60-31 lead. Dallas trailing by 29. Doncic trying to find a route to pass it to Porzingis, and he dunks that in, the former New York Knicks player. So I'm going to pass this to Payne and then Shamay. Still going to use some JaVale McGee. He's going to step back, get that in for 2 points. So it's now 62-33. 28 for 29 for the Suns, and 15 for 17 for Dallas. So both teams aren't doing too bad in shooting-wise today and scoring-wise today. So JaVale McGee, he's going to go up, and he gets that in there. So it's now 64-35. All right, so it's now 64-37. And we're going to pass it off to Jay Crowder. Going to use some JaVale McGee. He's going to do an AI crossover, and he gets that in safely. So it's now 66-37 at the moment. Luka Doncic with the basketball, and it looks like he's going to pass it to Kristaps Porzingis, doing a backwards, a reverse layup. So Cameron Payne's going to pass it to Mikal Bridges, and I'm going to actually pass it to Bridges. So Bridges going to drill this in from 3, so it's now going to be a 69-39 lead here for the Phoenix Suns. They're going to pass it off to Reggie Bullock and then Luka Doncic. So Cameron Payne picks up that steal, passing it off to Mikal Bridges. So he gets that in for 2 points. So it's now 71-39. And Doncic has possession. Going to pass it to Dorian Finney-Smith. Makes that one-handed dunk like the Air Jordan logo. And Mikal Bridges passing off to Payne and then to McGee. Getting that in there for 2 points. So it's now 73-41. We will see you guys in the fourth quarter. All right, the State Farm assist of the game is coming right up. CP3 passing it off to Devin Booker, making that nice layup. That was in the first half. So the Mavs now have possession of the basketball to begin this fourth quarter because they did win that tip-off. So now Cameron Payne going to pass it off to CP3. So CP3, he's going to get that in for 2 points. So it's now 79-41. 43. So 13 points for CP3, 4 points from mid-range, and he has a reach-in foul. So it's now on the Mavericks to claim full control of the basketball. So Frank Nictolina, who formerly played with the Knicks, is now with the Mavericks. So it's now 79 to 45, passing it off to Chris Paul. And we actually get this layup in, so it's now 81-45 at the moment. So 97% field goals and 91. So both teams are at A+. Neither team is doing too bad, but Chris Paul picks up that steal, and I'm thinking about doing a three-pointer with CP3, and he does actually get this one in. So now it's Jalen Brunson's turn to step up, try to pass it to Nictolina, and he gets that in the paint there. So it's now 84 to 47. So I'm going to probably pass this ball around. Dwight Powell claims it now, and it's Jalen Brunson. He's going to go up, and Chris Paul picks up that rebound for the Phoenix Suns. So CP3 gets blocked and then picks it back up for an offensive rebound. And will he actually get this in? No, he will not. So Brunson passes it to Brown, and then Brown gets it in. So it's now 84 to 49. So I'm going to pass this to CP3. So CP3 drills this in from 3. So it's now 87 to 49. Alright, so now I took a small break to do some minor substitutions. Caudley Stein loses the basketball. DeAndre Ayton. I'm going to pass it to DeAndre Ayton there. So he's going to step back. Will he get it in for 3? Or will he just get it in for 2? We'll just get it in for 2, but that's alright. So we got a minute 35 seconds to go before we make 11 more points to make it 100. So Brown's going to pass it off to Jalen Brunson. So Brunson makes that reverse layup. And I'm going to pass this off to Cameron Payne and then some Mikal Bridges. So Bridges gets that one in for 3. So it's now 92-51. Willie Caudley Stein there, passing it off to Brunson. So Brunson, he made that nice spin move. And now DeAndre Ayton has possession. So he's going to go up. And he gets it in there for 2. So it's now 94-51. And there's only a minute 8 to go. So we're going to see what we can do with a minute and 8 seconds. So passing it off to Mikal Bridges. So I'm going to try to make a three-pointer while I'm at it. So he gets it in. So it's now 97-53. So I'm going to pass it off to Brown. So Bridges going to try to make that 3 there. The release, he gets a 100-point lead for the 100th point of the game for Phoenix. So there's 40-some seconds left. And Brunson's going to pass it off to Nictolina and then to Caudley Stein. So he gets that layup there. So we're going to take that time out. All right, the player of the game is Devin Booker for the Phoenix Suns. I'll explain the numbers here in just a minute. So all we got is 38.4 seconds to go. Booker trying to shoot this in from 3. He makes that release excellent there that time. So it's now 103 to 55. So Brunson has possession. So he's going to pass it off to Marjanovic. So he is going to get that in. So it's now 103 to 57. So CP3 going to pass it to Devin Booker. So D-Book gets that dunk in. 13.3 seconds. 48-point lead for the Suns. So Dallas can't score 48 points within 8.5 or so seconds. So Brunson trying to get this points in for the Mavs. I don't think he's going to make it in. He does not. So Dallas was wasting their time, and we won 105-57. Devin Booker, 36 points in this episode for him, 1 assist, 3 steals, 3 dunks on the day. Mikal Bridges, 23 points, 2 assists, 4 steals on the day. Chris Paul didn't do a bad performance at all, really. He had 21 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 steals on the day for him. He had 2 offensive rebounds, by the way. JaVale McGee, he had 14 points in all. Luka Doncic, 15 points, 8 assists on the day with 1 dunk. Kristaps Porzingis, 13 points, 1 block, and 2 dunks on the day. Jalen Brunson with 6 points and 3 assists. So Dorian Finney-Smith had 4 points and an assist. So that wraps it up. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. So the next episode will be the Detroit Pistons traveling to Chicago to take on their rival, the Chicago Bulls. We'll see you guys tomorrow.